And hi, everyone, and welcome to our Microsoft 365 Pulse webcast for the roadmap. And we take a look at those things and share some of the highlights so you don't have to dig through it on your own. Today we have myself, Tom Duff, and my lovely wife, Tamara Bredemus. So,
Hello.
if you haven't joined us in the past, the way this normally works is we cover in most cases, there's three categories. There's in development, which means Microsoft is working on the changes with a projected due date. Then we go into rolling out, which means it's starting to be rolled out to the various tenants that it's designed to go to, such as, commercial, GCC, GCC high, or DoD. Then the final one is launched, which means that if it was for that particular tenant, you should have it if you have that tenant. Sometimes we have a final category, which is canceled, which they explain, hey, we're not doing this. Sometimes they give you a reason, sometimes they don't. And quite often they profusely apologize for the inconvenience. So on this particular one, I'm going to go ahead and let Tamara lead off with things that make her happy in development.
Wonderful. Thank you.
You bet.
So, Microsoft Teams slash commands for apps. So, you can now interact with your favorite apps directly from Teams chat and channels compose box using just slash commands. So, you type the slash and start interacting with the apps and agents and invoke workflows and even more. Now, that's due out in March. That's coming out for the commercial tenant. And then we also have Outlook. This is new Outlook. Show teammates' calendars in the left navigation pane. So now, or come March 2026, users will be able to see teammates' calendars, including peers, direct reports, and managers, automatically displayed in the left navigation pane of the new Outlook, as in hashtag new Outlook for Windows. So we also have print calendar events in new Outlook and Teams. And this is also coming out in March. So users will have the basic options for printing calendar events in new Outlook for Windows and Teams calendars, including choosing whether to show or hide the attendee list in the printout. I know some of my older friends prefer to print out their meetings and then have them on paper and carry them around with them because they like to take notes on there and they have everybody who's attending. They have the agenda. If people have included an agenda, people always include
Always
an
included
agenda
agenda.
or a purpose or an outcome that you want to get out of this meeting. And then we have Microsoft Teams people skills on the profile card expanding to Teams. So, access to people skills on Microsoft 365 profile cards is expanding to Microsoft Teams. With this update, employees will be able to view skills directly on the profile card in Teams, making it easier to learn about colleagues, build meaningful connections, and manage their own skills profile right from within their everyday flow of work. That's coming out to commercial in March. And of course, everyone has waited for this SharePoint dark mode support for the SharePoint Admin
And the
Center.
crowd goes
Say no
crazy.
more. I know, and the crowd goes mild.
Mild.
Yes. All right, Tom, what do you have in development?
So I'm going to stick to Copilot stuff like I normally do, and there's a few of them, so I'm going to try to go through them relatively quickly here. So
Great.
in Copilot, lists in Context IQ. So you're going to be able to search for and select SharePoint lists through the Context IQ menu to help ground your prompts when using Copilot chat. So that'll be a really nice way to say, hey, I've got questions. Look at this list and tell me the answers based on the content in this list. That's a nice little feature. Will be out to worldwide tenant, and that is March of 2026. Then we have catch up on important, not catch up, but catch up on important emails in Copilot chat. Basically, when you're in chat, you'll be able to use prompts like, what's hot in my inbox? What were the important emails from last week? And it's going to go ahead and give you those emails in chat instead of you having to go into the inbox and get it from there. So that'll be kind of cool. Once again, Worldwide Tenant coming out in March. Then we have list email attachments in Microsoft 365 Copilot. This is really cool. Uh, Users will be able to list the file attachments that they received or sent over email using Copilot M365. So if you're thinking, oh, I know I received a lot of attachments and there was one, and was it like an email from last week or whatever, you're going to be able just to use the chat to ask it, and it's going to return what those attachments were. So I think that'll be really useful.
I
Again,
could have used that today.
again, March and standard worldwide tenant. This one could be interesting. I would like to see how it actually works first. And that is in Copilot, open Word, Excel, and PowerPoint files in Copilot chat. So currently, when you click on that cited content in Copilot, it's going to open the files outside of Copilot. Well, now with these new features, the content can be opened directly in the chat, so it makes it more streamlined. It makes it more in context. So this change is not available on the Microsoft 365 Copilot mobile app or when using Copilot in Edge, Excel, Word, and PowerPoint. So got to kind of see how that's going to work its way out. But that's coming out this month in February. Then we have one which could be really good if it works, and that is quickly edit an image in PowerPoint using Copilot. So basically, you can be in Copilot directly into an image that you have there on your slide deck. You can refine the visuals for a pitch deck, enhance marketing assets, or simply make your slides pop. The image editor makes it fast and seamless. You can make edits like improve the resolution, and remove the background, and more. So anything to make that easier to work with images, because I am not an image person. So that would be great. Coming out this month to Copilot worldwide and PowerPoint. Microsoft 365 Copilot, enhanced Copilot memory. Copilot is now personalized with work data. So Copilot's going to use the graph to provide more relevant contextual responses. Updated settings make it easier to view and manage what Copilot remembers and your personalization preferences. So you can start making Copilot be an assistant who actually knows who you are instead of forgets every time you go out there and start to use it. So that's March coming out. Boom, that stuff you covered. And I think I will go ahead and wrap that one up. Anything else you want to cover before we move into rolling out?
Nope, I'm all good.
Okay, well then go ahead and take us into rolling out.
All right. Well, Microsoft Teams, we're getting a migration tool for Teams. So this rolled out in January, which is like 3 days ago. So we'll now be able to migrate content seamlessly from Slack public and private channels to Teams shared public and private channels. In a new first-party migration tool in the Microsoft Admin Center, this is going to allow admins to review which Slack channels they wish to migrate and then perform content migration to Teams.
I really wish this would have been out 6 months ago, because we did a migration from Slack to Teams just recently and had to buy a third-party tool, and it was it was a lot of work. And when this came out, when they were just starting to do the actual migration, said, "Oh, look, you've got a tool you can use now." I was not a real popular person for pointing that out.
All right. Also, Microsoft Teams interpreter agent support in Teams rooms on Windows. So the interpreter agent acts as a translator in Microsoft Teams meetings, which allows participants to listen to the meeting in their chosen language with real-time translation. So speaking different languages isn't a barrier to effective understanding and collaboration. And it's now available in Teams Rooms on Windows, licensed for Teams Rooms Pro. Now, I have to point out, this is not a real live interpreter. This is an interpreter agent, which means if you say something like, oh, a leopard never changes its spots, is going to translate it word for word, not the meaning of the saying.
A person will never change. It's like, why are you
Yeah.
telling me about cats and their fur?
And their
I don't
spots.
get it.
What's going on? And then one that I got really, really excited about, and it's coming
I
out
bet
for
you did.
everybody.
I bet you did.
And this is restart your town hall events. Because it used to be if somebody accidentally ended the event, like a speaker accidentally ended the event, it was done for everybody and you could not restart it. So you'd have like the entire organization at a meeting with nothing going on because somebody screwed up. So, Teams Town Hall producers can now restart a live event while the event is active in order to address technical issues that might arise during the execution of an instance. Whether technical, network, or other issues, read people,
Ominous.
yes. This feature enables those managing the event to quickly resolve problems for attendees. This feature is designed to prevent the need for scheduling entirely new events. I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, I read that one. I thought, oh, she's going to look that one. Really
And
like
then, oh, there are quite a few in here. I'll leave some for you.
Thank you. You're not leaving me a whole lot left for what I had
I know
highlighted.
this is going to be my last one, and you're going to be
Okay.
mad.
Well, we'll see.
SharePoint.
Okay.
Microsoft designed dark themes for SharePoint sites. So Microsoft is introducing 2 official Microsoft designed dark themes for SharePoint sites, delivering a modern, elegant look with improved visual comfort and accessibility, which is great because we're using a dark theme on one of our internal SharePoint sites. And quite frankly, it makes hyperlinks almost illegible because it goes from a dark blue background to electric blue text. It's really hard to read. So these themes provide consistent branding options and enhance user experience in low light environments while maintaining compliance with Microsoft design standards. And that love and joy is coming out to everybody, commercial, GCC, GCC High, and the DoD. So, Tom, what do you have in rolling out that trips your trigger?
Thank you kindly for leaving me a couple.
You're welcome. I got so excited.
I know you did, and I was like, well, okay, that I was going to talk about that. No, I'm not talking about that one. No, okay, don't take this last one,
Yeah.
which I didn't think you would. Use Copilot to share with summary for OneDrive files in Windows. So they're bringing the power of Microsoft 365 Copilot directly into your daily file experience in Windows. With this feature, users can summarize files and send the summary within the share dialog. This feature will be available in File Explorer and OneDrive Activity Center. I think that's really cool if you're using, File Explorer, and you can then share a file from there, and you can get that, the summary of what that file is that Copilot would give you, but actually being able to send it without having to go into OneDrive to get that. So I think that's really cool. That was rolling out starting in January. So it's OneNote, Copilot, Worldwide, GCC, GCC High, DoD. Everyone's getting that love. And then the other one that I will mention, which I don't think that I would ever use this, but I can see where some people might want to, and that's in Microsoft Teams. This is the automatic removal of, and you're going to tell that I don't do this, EXIF data or EXIF data. I don't know how you pronounce that one, whatever floats your boat, but it will remove that from shared images. So Teams will automatically remove those hidden metadata elements from images shared in conversations. This privacy protection helps prevent sensitive information such as photo location and details, device details, from being shared without your knowledge. So I don't know that it's a use case that everybody's going to want, But I think for some of those ones where you took a picture and you're like, I don't want people to know where I was when I took that picture, this will help a lot. That's coming out to Teams Worldwide, GCC, GCC High, and DoD.
Woohoo!
And with that, go ahead and move into launched. Good luck finding something you want to talk about here.
Yeah, there's not much that I feel qualified talking about in here.
That would make two of us.
Yeah. So I'll go with Microsoft Viva, focus area simplification and enhancements. Beginning with this feature release, focus areas will be associated with survey cycles and goal periods will be retired. So users will be able to select the same focus area across multiple cycles. The focus area overview report will be filterable to groups of interest, managers only, and draft deleted focus areas will no longer be included in the focus area calculations. So if you're into Viva, that probably made sense to you. What do you have, Tom?
I'm only going to share one in this category also, and that is Microsoft Teams, the ability for IT admins to customize the user notification strings for recording and transcriptions. So your IT admins are going to be able to customize the message and privacy link used to notify implicitly or gain explicit consent from meeting participants for the use of recording transcription during the meeting. I think that's really good because a lot of times the emails that they send out, one of the very first things we always get asked is, well, can we change the wording of the email? And generally speaking, the answer is normally no. But I'm seeing more and more these messages are starting to be able to be customizable, which I think is a good thing. So that rolled out in January and basically came to the standard worldwide Teams tenant along with Copilot and GCC. So those were the only two that I had for launched. We have 5 in canceled. They're all Copilot, so I'm going to take them. One is first click to create a FAQ page based on content in Copilot Notebook. They're no longer moving forward with that release. They apologize for the inconvenience as of January 29th. Second one click to create a brief page based on that same said content. And the same said date, they're still not working on it. They're not moving forward, and they again apologize. The next 3 have also been canceled. They don't tell you why, though, just you're not going to get them. And that is delegate scheduling via Copilot chat, delegate meeting search via Copilot chat, and delegate meeting triage via Copilot chat. So basically, if you want to do anything with calendars and Copilot chat, really good chance you're not going to be able to get that. And this is really for like your executive assistants, the delegates for, both your calendar, your meeting, things like that. So all of those have been canceled. Again, real no explanation as to why, just you're not going to get them. And that pretty much covers everything that we have in the roadmap this week.
Wonderful.
So hopefully starting on next week's show, we'll have Matt Ruderman back. He was really busy, so he wasn't able to make it. So you just had Tamara and I, which is why you didn't have a whole lot of talk about Purview this time around. So with that, anything you want to tell the people before we go ahead and hang it up?
Nope. Everything's good.
Well, in that case, then, everyone, have a great rest of your week or whenever you happen to get around to watching this. And we will see you again next week. Bye, everyone.
I know.